Hello friends, this is Pastor Daniel Gouveia. Thank you so much for checking out this review. So today I'm looking at the ESV Heirloom Single Column Legacy Bible by Crossway. An amazing, beautiful Bible. I've watched many reviews for actually a couple of years on the internet of this Bible, but one of my viewers actually asked me something about it, and I reached out to Crossway and they sent me this review copy, for which I am very thankful. Now I have to say that Crossway has an amazing customer service. And I'm not saying this just because they sent this Bible so that I could review it. I'm saying this because of the way they respond to people. It's not just the fame, they really have an amazing customer service. Thank you, Crossway. You guys are awesome. Now I will give you a honest review, okay? I'll tell you what I like about this Bible and what I don't like that much. This Bible is beautiful. You just look at it out of the box. It's amazing. Comes in this beautiful black box with the ESV logo, English Standard Version. And here you have the name of the Bible, ESV Heirloom Single Column Legacy Bible, Goatskin Blue. And this Bible retails for $249, but you can buy it for way under this price if you just go to christianbook.com. I think it's being sold by $158 something like that. When you open it up, it has this nice black velvet cloth just wrapping up the Bible. I really like it, very classy. And one of the first things that really caught my eye was this blue. I really like this blue. I wasn't too sure if I was going to like it because in some reviews it looked very dark, but actually it is not that dark. I really like it. I can put it here by my PSQ, New King James Skylar PSQ, personal size quintel. And this blue is similar, but the blue of the New American Standard, the Thintel, how they call it, it's very close. There's a difference, of course, but the color is close. The grain is different, as you can see. This color is maybe a little bit lighter and a little bit more vivid. This color is maybe a little bit darker. You can see the difference in the grain. I love this grain, but I also love this grain. It's a little bit thicker, I would say. Very beautiful to behold. Although the touch, the texture, and just the feel when you touch this leather and when you touch this leather is completely different. This one is way smoother. This one, you touch it and it's just like almost a little bit like a very fine sandpaper. It's like you're touching a shark. If you ever touched the skin of a shark, it's really different from what I was expecting. And I can't say it's a bad thing. I think in one way, of course, if you like supple covers and if you like covers that are very pleasant to the touch, you may not like this one very much on that aspect. However, it feels very resistant. And when I was preaching, I was holding it in my hand and it was like it was adhering very well to the skin of my hand, wouldn't go away, wouldn't slip at all. So that's a good thing for me as a preacher. If I put the previous Bible that I reviewed here on my channel, it's actually the ESV Heirloom wide margin. This one was bound by Youngblood in the Netherlands. This one is printed and bound in China. Now I can say that the feel of the leather is really different. Even though the grain might be a little bit similar, I think this grain looks a little bit more elegant, but it is similar. However, the feel is different. This cover is thick and it's not super flexible, and I actually like it that way. This one is also thick and not super flexible, so I love it, but just the texture is different. It's just a little bit more of a rugged texture, something like that. If you look at the spine, it has Holy Bible on top. Mine is a review copy, maybe because of that. It has the Y and the E. They have a little bit missing, but that's okay. Then you have the ESV logo. I really like it. English Standard Version. Again, I don't know if you need ESV here and English Standard Version here, but you have it. Doesn't look bad. I mean, this spine is beautiful. And then you have the Crossway logo with the 4 squares and the cross. Very beautiful. And you have 4 raised ribs or raised hubs, however you want to call them. And they don't quite reach the edge of the spine. They don't go across the spine completely, but that really doesn't bother me. I think they're wide enough and I think they're beautiful. And it is perimeter stitched, as you can see. So very fine stitching, very well done. You open it up, you have the Our Pledge by Crossway, and you have a liner. Is soft, but not very, very soft. I don't know if this is a synthetic liner or if it is a leather liner, but it is not super soft. And you have a gilt line, which is very nice. You have here the corner work. That's that. It's not the best that I have ever seen. And here you go. It's not bad. It's a good corner work, but yeah, I've seen a little bit better. Okay, so you have the edge lining here, so beautifully done. That adds durability, stability to the Bible. This is blue under gold for the gilding. This is the gold here, you can see. Has a blue headband, I don't know if you can see it very well. And it has a blue tail band, it's right there. Yeah, there you go. Blue tail band and headband the same. Has 4 ribbons. They're thin, okay, and they're not double satin. They're dark blue, all 4 of them. And again, they are not very long or wide. Here you go. You can have a better picture now of the ribbons. Ta-da! So again, not double satin, okay? See, these little details, it's not like they bother me much, but this Bible does retail for $249. So, yeah, you would expect just, you know, a little bit more quality in the ribbons, kind of like you have in the Heirloom Study Bible. Look at these ribbons. These are nice ribbons, long and thick. Of course, this is a thicker Bible too, way thicker. Yeah, it has some nice ribbons, while the Legacy, not really. I need to say that one thing I do love is the blue under gold. I like this shade of blue. It's not very dark. It's not very light either. So it has a beautiful blue under gold, as you can see. Beautiful, beautiful. It's very nice. I love it. And you open it up and you have these thick sheets of glossy paper here, and the presentation page still in the same paper, and marriages, births, adoptions, deaths. Title page, the Holy Bible English Standard Version. Now I really like the fact that they have aligned it to the right. I really like that detail. Here again, aligned to the right, the Holy Bible in English Standard Version, Crossway. And you have here the information page. Again, this Bible is printed in China, and I have nothing against Bibles printed in China. Now I know there's a lot of people, this is the contents. There's a lot of people that are not happy because Crossway is now publishing its Bibles in China, and the paper is different. That's the great, that's one of the complaints, is that the paper is so different. You know, before Crossway was printing these Bibles in the Netherlands, and they were printed and bound by Youngblood. The paper was 28 GSM. Here you have the books of the Bible in alphabetical order. Here you have the preface. Ta-da. And, I don't know. To me, honestly, now again, this is debatable, and my opinion may not be the opinion of the majority, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. I actually like paper that is a little bit heavier than 28 GSM. I prefer 36 GSM, even 39, 40 GSM, because I just write a lot in my Bibles. I think this is 36 GSM, if I am not mistaken. To me, it works even better. And I'll actually show you how I have written and underlined in this Bible, and the paper took it very well. So this is the text here in Genesis. This is a 9-point font. It's not huge. It's not small either. I mean, it's super readable, and especially because you have so much space between the lines. The legacy has been around for quite a few years, so it's not really a new thing. You don't have any references in this Bible. You just have translation notes in the bottom. It's a single column, and the layout of the pages is actually based on the Renaissance model of the perfect page. So what Renaissance thinkers thought it was the ideal proportion for a printed page. You have the headings on the side, so there's really no distractions in the text. The verse numbers are very tiny, so I would say this Bible is ideal, especially for reading. I did preach with this Bible, and it holds very well in the hand. It's not a huge Bible. It's not super heavy, and it holds very, very well in the hand, especially because of the characteristics of the cover, which is not super flexible, like I mentioned, and I love that for preaching. Although, in terms of preaching, I would prefer a Bible with verse numbers that stand out. I love when the verses stand out in any Bible. So I of course, highlight the verses. So that, to me, is one of the things I would change. Just verse numbers that would stand out a little bit more would make me more happy. Again, I understand the philosophy of this Bible more as a reader. The pages turn really well. No issues there. And I love the fact that the Bible has a very, very good space in the gutter. Has amazing margins, so with tons of space for notes if you want to do that. And even though it's a single column, they left a very, very good space in the gutter. I love that. So it's a black letter throughout. Everything is in black. The book names, the chapter numbers, the verse numbers, the text, everything in black on this Bible. And I actually like it like that. Black and white. Beautiful. And blue in the cover, of course, and the gold gilding. It's beautiful. As you can see, the poetic sections look awesome. When you have poetic sections, of course, the verse numbers are on the side of the text, and they stand out more, so I love that. Still, I think they're a little bit small. Okay, they're smaller than the actual font of the Bible, which is a 9-point lexicon font. I would prefer larger verse numbers. That's my main complaint about this Bible, so that's not a big complaint, right? So you come to the New Testament. Again, it's a black letter. I underlined with my coloring pencils, and I underlined with microns, and yeah, as you can see, the paper took it super well. Look at this. Perfect. No bleed through. Actually, let's test the paper out. Okay, so cross. Okay, here's the page where you have the cross. Let's make a cross here. Okay, right over darkness. Okay, so the cross, the light of the cross is going to overcome the darkness. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I already did 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, look at that. No bleed through. You see the cross on the other side, but no bleed through. Okay, so I did 4. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Look at that. No bleed through, my friend. So this paper is very good for note-taking. For me, that's awesome. If you just want a Bible to read and you prefer a paper that has a texture that is smoother and more elegant, yeah, you would probably prefer the 28 GSM of the previous editions. To me, this is pretty good. I actually have the Preaching Bible by Crossway. This one was also printed in China. Now, I have to say, the cover is totally different than the Legacy. Completely. This one, like I said, has a more rough texture. This one is one of the most supple covers that I've ever touched in my entire life. It's super smooth. And the paper, this paper and the Preaching Bible looks a little bit more elegant. It's coated paper. But I have to say that when I use coloring pencils in this paper, I use Carandash pencils, and when I underline the Legacy, the coloring pencils do a great job. In the Preaching Bible, not so much. Apparently the paper will be more resistant to coloring pencils. Okay, you may want to use highlighters or stuff like that. Here, no problem at all. So I really enjoyed this paper. Again, I believe it's a 36 GSM. I'm not sure, but yeah, I like it. So the text is line matched. There's no ghosting in the regular sections of the Bible. When you come to the poetic sections, of course, you can see on the other side of the page the text, but when you're reading, you don't see anything in between the lines. So it's perfect. Very good. Very well done. Okay, so we come to the end of the Bible, Revelation 22, and you have a table of weights and measures and monetary units, have a concordance, have the abbreviations page here, and then the concordance is nice. The font is tiny, but not too tiny. I can read it well with my eyes. If you don't have a problem in your eyes, you should be able to read it well. And you have about 71 pages of concordance in this Bible. And since the font is small, you have pretty much a very good concordance here. Then you have the maps, and the paper is not too shiny. I really like these maps. I like the color. So you have 8 maps in total. Ta-da! The last one. Then you have these thick sheets of paper, and then that's the end of the Bible. Beautiful Bible, elegant, very nice to hold and to preach from, in my opinion. Very nice to underline, to make annotations. Very, very readable. I've been reading from this Bible in the past few days. It's super readable. I wouldn't have any problems in terms of reading and in terms of note taking. I love this Bible. Highly recommend it if you like the ESV. And I think that's pretty much it for this Bible, my friend. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and whatever Bible you use and you read from, just pray, read, study with all your heart, come closer to Jesus, because He was crucified for you and He was crucified for me. All right, bye!